abadde kigenda
okumu nkulabye ku kyali kulema.
ogambye yamenyekera wa? waliwo amabulooka. Letera container ye. Yeah. So you can come, madam. Let's begin from here. You bought these animals, so many millions of money, right? They costed you money. Did you have any briefing towards starting a project like this? Or you saw somewhere and you felt like you wanted it and you got it for it? Did you have a technical person to advise you about such a project? Or you had a meeting between your friends and you started?
We had.
Hamis. Okay. Did he visit the site? There was a requirement.
Yes.
He didn't visit the site. Eh? How big is the land you were on?
2 acres.
2 acres.
2
2.5.
acres.
Eh? That maize is part of the land. Eh?
Yes.
Even the napier there.
Yes.
Okay. You go up to down there.
Yes.
Okay. Reason being, why am I asking you those things? You bought these animals, millions of money. You put in money to construct this whole place. You even incurred a lot of money to put up those structures, hiring the worker, and even feeding them. You are putting in money. But if you're not aware, you can wake up and all these goats are no more. They can start dying every day, one by one, and by the time you find a person to help you, they are no more. Or you can do little to save the rest. When I came here, I found them so terrible. They were looking so terrible. Leave alone the treatment we gave yesterday to see them looking like this. They were so terrible.
Okay.
Now, there are so many things that I saw, but the major things that you need to put into consideration right now is the feeding, because such a project, there are 3 principles that run it: breeds, feeding, and the management. Now, when we talk about the breeds, you got the good breed. The source where you got them from, Amisi is my friend. I know he gives people good animals, and they are good. They are capable of doing what you want to get out of them.
Yes.
That is for the breed. Management. I can see the person that you brought here to work for you here has some knowledge about animals. He was at Amisi's place. He has some animals. He has some knowledge. And most of the managemental things, I'm sure he knows some, though he needs training on most of them. You understand? Now, we are going on to what we call the feeding bit of it. Now, for any person to start up a project, a livestock project, their initial resource that they are going to depend on, leave alone the structures, what is that you put up, is the grass that these animals are going to eat, to convert into muscles.
Is it that every type of grass is easier, or I have to specify?
No, we are going to get there. For them to get to manufacture the meat, they need to have grass they're taking into their what? To change them into what? Into the muscles, but not every type of grass. I've seen so many people get into such a business, and they make a lot of silage. They make a lot of hay. They make a lot of things like this sugar napier that you put for them here. But okay, all those are good things. All those are good things, but these animals, these goats, we call them browsers. These animals are not going to eat like cows. That is not their nature. They don't eat like cows. But what people do is they get a lot of pastures that would have been for the cows. They give them to these animals. You find that a cow eats about, let's say, 10 kilograms a day to extract the nutrients it wants from those pastures, the sugar napiers that you give to a cow. And you give the same sugar napier to these goats. Now, they are going to need to take in about 10 kilograms to extract nutrients that they need in their bodies. But they cannot take in 10 kilograms. They instead can only take in 1 kilogram. And you find that the 1 kilogram they have taken in
What are the sugar cane napiers?
is not sufficient for them to get enough nutrition. You understand? Like I found this trough was full of sugar napier. This is sugar napier, bisagazi. This is sugar napier. And when I asked what they feed on, I was told they feed on sugar napier and silage, maize silage. Maize silage is good, but not for these animals. And silage itself is good, but not for these animals. Reason being, silage is a lot of moisture. And when we do it, when we prepare it, most of the times it is from this fodder, the maize, the sugar napier. Most of them are carbohydrates, if you understand what I mean. Most of them, the nutrients that these animals lack, that they want, is not, regarding the quantity of these items that you make, these animals cannot get enough nutrition from these things. Once you enclose them here in a structure that you build properly, once you enclose them here and you start bringing these feeds inside here, yes, they are going to show you that they are eating, but they are not getting enough nutrition from the what? From the things that you are putting them. Yeah, they eat for survival. You understand? They eat for survival. Zirya lwanakola ntya. Tezina kyakola kye bazikoze ki? Bazigaliddewo. Tezirina we zisobola kugenda kukola ki? Kunoonya mmere. Behind there is Kitalya prison. The inmates there, abasiba bali munda omwo, they only eat what they bring for them inside. You understand? Even if it is nutritious, even if it is not, for them they are going to eat that because it is what is brought to them. They have no option. They are eating for survival. You get? Sometimes they bring for them bad food, everything. And you find that that is what they have brought for them, and it is what they are going to eat. Now, this is what is with these animals. Because you bring for them that and you put it here, that is what you give them and that is what they are going to eat. But they are not getting enough nutrients. Now, nutrients, we are talking about carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, what, and so many things. When you release these animals to go outside there to eat, to graze, they are going to pick different shrubs, different leaves. You are not going to see a goat eat from here for about a minute or two. It is just going to come and pick this. It goes away to another what?
Yes.
To another place. They do not eat in one place because they have to pick different things. Now, when you see them picking the different things, they know what is good for them. Like you are released out of prison and you go outside there. You are going to go and look for the good things that you were not eating. Where? When you were enclosed there. You understand?
Yes.
Because you know what is good for you.
Yes.
Now, this is what is with these animals. You understand? You have enclosed them here and you are giving them just about 15 or 20% of what they are supposed to get ideally. Now, this means that if you are not giving them enough nutrients, this means that they are not going to grow. Secondly, reproduction. Reproduction is a process that requires different hormones. These hormones are produced by the food that you give them. Let's say proteins. It is these proteins that are used to manufacture hormones, which hormones lead to reproduction. But once you subject them to this kind of feeding, first of all, the food that they eat from here and the small nutrients are going to be used to preserve life. Only you find that you're going to rear a goat inside here for a year when it doesn't conceive, when it doesn't go on heat, because they first go on heat and the male serves them and they conceive. But once they are subjected to this kind of nutrition, they are not going to go to heat. You understand?
Yes.
Secondly, even the male that serves them is going to reserve energy for just what? For just life. It's not going to mate them. You are just going to be keeping goats here like you are keeping prisoners. They are not going to do anything for you. Yet you are investing in them. You understand?
Yes.
You are investing in them, you are paying the worker, you are paying the veterinarian who is coming to treat them because they fall sick every day because their immunity is low, is down. For you are investing in. Now that is where I told you that I need all of you people to be here because there are important things that are going to get to this project, and many of your colleagues will lose interest because they are seeing things are not running well. So it is my work to brief you and tell you what exactly you need to do such that you can sustain your project. And also me, okay, my career will grow, because if I grow you, you are also going to grow me. You understand? So this is important. You need to change these things.
Yes.
You need to change the way they are feeding. You don't give them silage. At least if you feel you want to invest in feeds, at least get for them hay.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey.
That is hay is also feed. stored feed for animals, but most of it is dry material. It's not dry that they put it under the sun. No, they wilt it and compact it and package it very well. It doesn't have moisture in it. So once a goat is feeding on that hay, it is extracting dry matter. And in this dry matter, it is not taking in any moisture, water, you get. And once it takes in that grass, chances of extracting a lot more nutrients from that grass, hay, they are higher than one that is extracting nutrients from this what? From this silage or sugar napier that you give them.
If at all we talk about snaga hay, so I can dry my maize there and then give it
Now,
again.
maize can't do good hay. At least the sugar napier, but it's also, I don't consider it nutritious to these animals. You can get things like Chloris Guyana, pastures like Central Sema, Alfalfa, Lab, you wilt them, make hay for them. Yes, this here is for cows.
It's all about,
If this project had cows, dairy cows, and I came here and you had planted acres of sugar napier.
part of the grass that you saw less and less stuff, there is grass there.
I haven't fished there. But if you have bracharia is also good. You can make hay out of it.
We had planted some grass, but a little extreme end.
Which type of grass is that?
Actually, I don't know, but more like the
Chloris, eh?
Yeah.
Now you can make hay out of Chloris Guyana, and you prepare it very well. You store it inside there. That gentleman knows how to do that. I'm sure he has learned at Hamisis. He should be knowing how to do that, such that you give these animals a chance of extracting a lot more nutrients from what you're giving them. You understand? But here they are taking in a lot of water, less nutrients, yet goats don't like a lot of water. You get. So if I hadn't come here, you were going to struggle with this project, and by the end of the year, you would be demoralized. Secondly, what comes out of malnutrition is this. Once they are subjected to conditions like this, they are always inside here. Once they are malnourished, they are not eating well, their immunity is going to go down. And once it goes down, every disease that attacks is going to put them down in a few days. You get. Even if it has a small problem, it is going to do what? To get sick. Now, things like eye infections. Eye infections are not common in animals that feed well. But animals that are not fed well, that are under stress, it is those kinds of infections that affect them. For example, you come and see this goat. This goat here. Look at these eye infections it has. You see the eyes? It's not seeing. There are many others here that I saw with the same problem. Now, their bodies are malnourished. Their immunity is down. Those are small problems, but their immunity is down. You understand?
Yes.
So, immunity being down means that the animal cannot fight against diseases by itself because it is not feeding very well. And once one is affected, you're going to see even the rest are affected. And you know what happens? You, the farmers, invest more money. Now we have bought a powder for these eye infections. One powder is 30,000. One powder is 30,000. Now imagine you've bought at least 5 of them. That is how much? 150. 150. That is almost half a goat. You get. So you bought the goats to reproduce for you, make business out of them, but you've started selling them indirectly, buying drugs and paying what? The veterinarian to come and treat. You understand? Sometimes I see people, they try to hire village vets, the quacks, we call them quacks. They hire them, they come, they do things to their projects, and after a long time, the farmer realizes that actually this person doesn't know what he's doing. At the end of the day, he has lost animals and he also lost money.